What is going on, y'all? It's your boy 3MG. We are back with another video. Now, I came back from PAX. I have a lot of footage for you guys. One in particular that I find quite interesting because I have my own thoughts and opinions about this game during the GMG podcast, and that was Outriders. If you guys don't know, it's basically, I'm gonna just say it straight up. People thought, and myself, it was like a Destiny, Division 2, Gears of War mashup, trying to be like these games. Of course, has similar features and elements. That's why we kind of jumped to kind of judge and say, listen, this is looking like one of those types of games. Granted, one of the people who's part of the development of this game did work on Bulletstorm as well as Gears of War Judgment, which is why I see the movement the way I do. Like, it feels and looks just like Gears now that I've, played the game. It feels more like Gears when you're running into walls. Just, it feels very smooth in my opinion. Now, playing this game, I'm gonna remove the Division way out of this whole category. I think just the genre of looter shooters and post-apocalyptic, times and stuff like that, we kind of associate games with the Division or whatever's popular, right? So for me, this has zero anything in relation to the Division. As far as the Destiny game goes, with characters and abilities and skills, this game closely reminds me of Destiny. I think it has way more features per character than Destiny, but at the very small bit of it, you can just say, listen, this has a looter shooter element, super intense RPG, but this game has a very unique story to it. I actually was enjoying myself and listening to the characters and listening to the story, and it had a little bit of Mass Effect in my opinion to it. The times that I've played Mass Effect, I was just like, oh snap, this has like that sci-fi feel to it. So again, Outriders is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi shooter. Again, this game has super intense RPG elements to it, along with it being like a third-person shooter. It definitely has some looter shooter mechanics to it. I love the loot that they were dropping. At least I can see from it being the early stages of the game, they weren't dropping cheap loot. Especially, it's just a PvE game. It's a three-player PvE game. And everything I've seen in this game and experience, I was really hoping they can soon turn this into a 3v3 PvP as well, just because of the characters, each ability, what you can like obtain in the game, all the features that are added in this game mechanically, how it feels. It would definitely suit a multiplayer portion if they can actually develop that. But to get into it, it's like day and night. The beginning, first hour and a half is like everything looks gorgeous. The whole world looks amazing. And then like this whole world of corruption, you're playing as an outrider, you trying to fight this war, trying to make sure there's no corruption, you're making promises, trying to keep life going, and then just a whole bunch of weird things happen, which I kind of still need to read up on the game more. And you kind of like get hit with something, but you weren't killed. You was like obtaining like this ability. It's almost like the symbiote, if I said that correctly, with like Spider-Man or something like that, but it's like within you. So I think of games like Prototype, or even shit like the movie Spawn. I think of something like that where you got infected with something or somehow, and you just have like these abilities. Now, with that being said, they lock you in time over 30 years because, of course, still some of the survivors, they were like, listen, we can't lose you. They locked you in like this time capsule joint, and all of a sudden 30 years passed and you still fighting this fight, but you guys kind of lost and it's so corrupted. You encounter old friends who kind of turn their back on you, and you encounter old friends who are now someone you might even fight up against, because again, the story is pretty set and locked to a certain point where we were playing. But I got the gist of it. I was able to choose my character. They got 4 characters in this game, 4 of which one was locked, but the other 3, they were called Devastator, which that character I like a lot. It was a more up close, like close range earth type, so everything related to stone, gravity, just anything up close. And each character has their own ability to obtain health a certain rate, like regenerate health. Pyromancer is a high intense damage to like long range, which of course is fire. You have Trickster, which has like teleporting, fast, blink of an eye type of fight, which every ability pertains to that, and I enjoy that a lot. So I'm kind of curious as to what is the 4th locked ability or character that they have in the game. Like, it was really interesting to see how far in depth they went with customization, because you have 3 set of abilities per character. But that's not all. If you go to the skills area within the game, there's so many other skills to equip, like other abilities. You just have to level up your character. So I thought that was it. That's what made me think about Destiny. It made me think about the time I really enjoyed the Taken King, and you had the hammer and everything. Like, you just had special abilities as you was gauging up your ability meter and all the momentum and stuff. And it just really reminded me of Destiny, just super deep, because you have a skills tree where you can always swap different abilities, and then you have the classes which kind of cater to like your character. If he's like, for example, Trickster with Master of Space, you have him him with Harbinger, which, you know, other stuff in Assassin, you can kind of equip it, you know, make his ability to last longer or add more health per kill. Like, there's so much within the skills tree and the class tree. And then you have the inventory. So the inventory reminds me of Destiny as well. You know, you drop loot, you kill enemies, you kill different bosses, you killed side bosses, you kill all these people, and you obtain loot from it, different weapons. The weapons feel freaking good, yo. I swear to God, the weapons in that damn game felt good. Just using all your abilities felt good. I'm hoping they can fix some of the animations, because when I was hitting LB and RB to use my main animation, my main ability, I couldn't really see my ability come out. And I guess that was because of the animation. So I hope that some of the animations are tweaked up a bit to look more intense, to look more like they impact the, you know, the enemies more, like they're more effective. But I had overall a great time. Now, I've tried every character. My favorite so far is Devastator and then Pyromancer. However, you can master your own class. You can really customize them to be like the best of that ability as well. Like I said, with the skills tree, you have different challenges, and there's a lot to do in this game. And I just want to make it clear, they have I was laughing because people want to compare this to Division, but if you do, you remember the enemy types in Division? Dudes with hoodies, dudes looking like the gas masks, like these are enemy types. This game has some of the most fire looking enemy types. Dude look like Cabal from Mortal Kombat. Then you got this dude that looked like homie from Prototype. Just crazy looking enemy types. And we was talking about just in the beginning of the game. So there's so much more to offer. Like, I was really enjoying myself playing this game. I want like your thoughts on this. I'm gonna speak more in depth about each character, have like separate videos out for them, but just want to give you something in general. This game, you know, is coming out for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, as well as the PS4 and the Xbox One. Let me know what you guys think about this all in the comment section below. You know, my biggest problem with some of these looter shooters, you know, is PvE. I'm not a fan of it. You know, they got Borderlands, which I have fun playing with the guys, but there's just a lot of, when it comes down to traveling and having to do all this, which I'm just not a fan of. And that's why I did enjoy Destiny's PvE, because there's a story to follow. You kept proceeding on, and it's just intense battles all the time. I hate having to go from one area of the map to like this open world other side of the area to activate missions. I really enjoy going back to like a hub, really checking things out. This game has something similar. I just love what I was, you know, playing, and I had so much fun. I was asking BG, yo bro, I want to play this again. Let's switch characters. I want to play this again. Like, I couldn't even believe it, and it was PvE. I think it was more so how intense, you know, there's so much blood and gore as well added to this game, so it gives you more of like a reward when you're using certain weapons, you know, and they have a point system while, you know, killing enemies. So I guess it goes to your XP and your level. But there's so much added to this game that I would like to talk more later on as we start to unlock more abilities and get more opportunity to play this game. So make sure you guys check out the rest of this footage if you do want to see what happens, or if you guys want me to upload the full hour-long gameplay within like the story in the first beginning hour, I will also do that as well. There's so much shit added to this game, so, which is crazy. I definitely want to play this for next gen. I definitely don't want to play this for current gen. This is going to be a game I'm going to play on PC, PS5, or the Xbox Series X. But you have a whole story here, man, with different world tiers, and within these world tiers you got different difficulty levels, different difficulty settings. It's very similar to Destiny, but this shit got a full-blown story to it with characters. It's super cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's your boy 3MG. God bless everybody, and I'm out. Peace.
Take my hand.